word, gang? It's your boy Cocaine Reacts, and I'm back with another banger of a video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, gang. Help your dog out, man. Roll to 50 followers, 50 family members, 50 subscribers, whatever hell you want to call y'all selves. We rocking. I'm rocking with y'all because y'all rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this one, man. On this one, man, it's the Change Tomorrow Today podcast, man. We're going to check this one out, and this is called Dating as a Single Parent. Of course, I'm married. I ain't no single parent, but I mean, of course, it's a lot of single parents out here that have to go through that. So I thought this was a good one to react to, and we gonna do that, all right? So make sure y'all lock in. Make sure y'all tell me what y'all think about the video in the comments, and all that good positive shit, all right? Let's get right into it.
Sometimes I used to get a lot of backlash, attitude.
Really?
Yeah, of course, because, you know, sometimes certain women can be selfish.
Yeah, because that's very selfish.
Right, because they're not in that position, because they don't understand what parenting is. So
right.
Of course, so they used to always get mad. Oh, you're not spending enough time with me. You know, and I used to like take offense to it or whatever.
I'm spending time with my kids.
Yeah, I have to spend time with my kids. I actually cut off women that came at me like that.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So I can say it was difficult when my kids were younger, when I was dating and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids is my priority. They come first.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm not a person that particularly likes to date people with kids, anyways. So
Why is that? Why is it?
What do you mean by that?
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
I bet you she got kids. I bet you. She got kids.
I prefer not to date people with kids because I don't like to deal with drama. So it has nothing to do with the kids. I love kids.
Okay.
But I just don't like to deal with the drama. And usually they have some form of drama. Even if it's not necessarily like super chaotic or toxic, it's some form of, you know, you guys have an issue.
Okay.
And I don't like to deal with it because I don't have those issues. Fair? It's very fair. So people always say that to me, like, that's not fair because you have kids, right?
Come on.
But the way...
Shut up, bitch!
But you got rascals your fucking self. At this point, you should take anybody any man who gonna step in and want to help provide for you and your children. So if that means it's a man who got kids as well, then that's what the fuck you gotta deal with, because niggas ain't just signing up to be stepdaddies, especially in 2024. She gonna have to get that fixed real quick, or her ass gonna be alone forever. I
counter that is, yes, I have kids, but I don't have that dynamic. You know what I mean? Like,
but I understand, but that's not fair.
It is.
Right,
because
you can't just X somebody
I'm
out.
telling you, I don't want to deal with you because of the drama that comes along with.
What if there's no drama?
Exactly.
You can't.
9 times out of 10, I was always right. It's always a
They
theme.
always think they fucking right about everything. Like, you was right about that, but you aren't right about the nigga that you laid down and had kids with, who left you by your fucking
lingering with chaos and toxicity, and it's not and I know that because even just when you talk to people, like I remember being younger, like in my 20s, and I talked to people about me and my daughter's dad's relationship, and they're like, that's not normal, you know, because we don't have that drama and toxicity. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to date nobody with kids because people my age, the girls are still holding on to this man, and it's some type of something going on. You can't see your kid. I don't like that. All that drama, I don't want no parts of that.
So you're not dating,
I don't give that drama to nobody.
So you're not even gonna give it a chance to see.
I don't want to.
Just because.
I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm just saying you gotta have a lot of other wonderful characteristics and qualities.
I'm saying though, but that's a disqualification.
I don't really want to deal with people.
So my brother, if you got a child,
don't waste your time.
Ain't that something?
I love kids though. Like, I really love kids. It's just sometimes you know, I feel like domestic violence is very serious.
Okay.
In a lot of these situations, these women and men that don't know how to let go, and they feel like the baby mom or the baby dad is supposed to be with them forever. I can't insert myself into a type of chaos like that because I don't bring that chaos to nobody.
Well,
I don't have that type of drama going on.
I'll tell you what, because that's from a female perspective.
Yeah.
From the male perspective, I've heard a lot of times, you know, even through social media, it's a lot of guys that they don't want to date women with kids either, because they feel like,
what's
you know,
that reasoning?
Well, I'm saying, but they feel like, why should I invest into that situation when it's not mine?
He ain't lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying. You're
That's not a
saying
man,
drama.
though.
Huh? Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Did this bitch just say that's not a man? So that makes you not a woman, right? If you won't be with a man who got kids already, if you won't date nobody who got kids already, you not a woman. That ain't a woman though. You won't date me with kids. That ain't a woman. You know what I'm saying? You see the fucking the delusion of these fucking women. Now she's saying she don't want to date a man who got kids, but she say a man who don't date her because she got kids is not a man. This shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's not a man.
Break it down for me.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
So this is
Because you're sick, so you know.
yeah. So okay, and the men that don't date women with kids, I understand where they're coming from because don't no man want to play Mr. Cleanup guy, right? Especially if it's a productive, competitive man. Why should he come in that situation to clean up that situation?
Message.
Why not?
Nah, I don't agree with it.
I get that you're saying you don't agree, but I'm saying why not?
So, dating single moms, right? Let me rephrase that. Dating single modern women. This is 3 questions that I will ask them. What is it that you can offer me that you haven't given to another man?
Oh my goodness.
This is what I said. What can you offer me that you haven't given to another man? And the reason why I'm saying that, because one, you shared your youth, your fertility, and your womb with another man.
Exactly.
You shared your womb. You gave another man the biggest honor that you can give him, right? And my second question to that woman will be like, why didn't work out with the father of the kid that, you know what I'm saying, that you had a kid with or whatever. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because you created this family. So why should I give up my resources to take care of your kids, right? Because men, we're very territorial, right? Because one, I have to share you with your kids. That is not mine. And also I have to share you with the father of your kids. Who is to know what time the father of your kids is on? Because as of late, I've been seeing men been killing other men because they're dealing with their exes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't know if that man may want to cause some
A la carte trouble. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that young man from Atlanta, but he got unalived by a nigga who was just scrawny and still obsessed with a broad. Like, these girls will get you murdered, my nigga, and then go right back to sucking other dick. Like, why would you put yourself through that? Why would you risk your life for a broad who, when you gone and the nigga who did something to you gone and he doing life in prison, she right back out here to the fucking streets? I never understood that.
some harm to me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand everything when men are saying I don't want to date single mothers with kids or whatever. You get my point?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know
what I'm saying?
So what's the third question?
So and let me ask you this question, bro. If you went to the store, would you buy a product? Would you buy a product that had a broken seal?
No, I'm not gonna.
You wouldn't. Why you wouldn't buy a product that had
somebody
a broken seal?
because it's already been. I don't know what's in there.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. That's the reason why men say they don't want to date women with kids, because you already have been tainted. You already shared your wound with another man. So,
but are you serious right now?
Hell yeah!
I'm being very serious.
So okay,
I'm being very serious.
So to be a counter to that, because that is absolute. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's some bullshit. And
shut up, bitch!
This the same broad who say she won't date a man who got children, and she upset because this man just said he won't date a woman who got children.
Oh, that's some motherfucking bullshit. Yes, it is. Because I'm gonna say it is because you just said your first question was, well, I'm gonna ask a woman, what can she get? What can you give a woman that you ain't give to another?
Resources.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What can you? But no.
Okay, go ahead.
What can you give another female that you haven't? What can you give this woman that you haven't given to another female? Why does it have to be that a woman have to bring you something? I'm not. Who the fuck are you that I gotta bring you something?
Okay.
What are you bringing to me?
Okay.
It goes both ways. I thought. Now that's one. Now, two, you're saying, well, you don't know what that circumstance could be, what that situation could be. So are you speaking from a standpoint of a man who does not have kids just yet?
Both.
Or you can't speak from both. And the reason I'm going to say you can't is because just as you're a man, if you are a man that has children, to say that to a woman that has children, it almost sounds... No, not almost. It's narcissistic as hell.
And you not, bitch. You the one who just said that you wouldn't date a man who got kids. when you calling him a narcissist because he's saying that he want that. Bro, this shit is insane.
Because if you've given another woman kids, who are you to ask a woman what you got to offer me because you gave a nigga kids? Did you not give another woman kids? So what happened with that family that you were building? Okay. Why did that not work out?
Okay, so can I answer your question?
Sure.
Okay, one, Vic, it's a double standard, unfortunately.
Yep.
Men can do it. You can. A woman cannot do what a man do. And
Period.
two,
No. Yes, we can.
Okay,
No,
but
you
let me
can't.
say this. I know the detractors and the critics going to come for me because I have kids. One, my kids are grown. I have a 23-year-old.
But at one point they weren't.
But let me answer the question. I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
You're right.
Period.
I have two girls.
I'm
I have
sorry.
a 23-year-old and I have a 20-year-old. My oldest daughter has recently graduated from college on her way to grad school.
Yes,
My
Lord.
second daughter, she'll be graduating from college pretty soon, right? Secondly, I've never been married. So what I can offer a woman is marriage. That's the biggest
That's it?
honor. Listen,
Yes.
hold up. That's the biggest honor a man can give a woman
Facts.
is marriage.
He ain't lying. Message.
Yes, that is the biggest offer I can offer a woman is marriage. Because you know why? Can't no woman ever said that I was married to them. So that would give that other woman bragging rights that I've given you the biggest honor by marrying you. You're not just my baby mama, but you're my wife. And you can research my name. You will not see my name logged on any marriage license in all 50 states of America. Yes, and that's what it is. I'm
So having
bringing
the-
marriage and I'm bringing my resources to
Okay.
you. That's
Money.
what I'm bringing. Resources and marriage. And I have receipts because I am successful. When my kids were born, I always had custody of my kids and I have receipts. And my kids' success shows it. So I know what I'm talking about.
Got him. Got him.
Period. Spit, bro.
Rob, do you have something to ask?
She ain't had nothing to say.
Well.
Look, now how you ain't got shit to say? Now she ain't got shit to say. You know, you did all this talking about how you ain't no man if you ain't no man if you ain't with me and you don't get with me and with my baby. And bro, you sound fucking ridiculous. You the man. She the one who said that she won't be with no man who got a child. Now she upset when the roles are switched. When a man like, look, fuck all that. I ain't signed up to be no stepdaddy. Now she like this, bro.
No.
She talking about he a narcissist, bitch.
Okay.
Who's
You're not a single parent, so it's a little bit more harder. I
No, I'm
know.
not a single parent, but I grew up in a single household.
Right,
So I grew up without a father. I've always wanted a father,
right.
whether mine's or not, whether like blood or not. So I always wish that I had
you see it
somebody
in a
to
whole
kind of
different
like
way, bro.
lace me up,
Right.
guide me, because you know we bump our heads a lot. So
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, what you're saying, because you're like, and I get the whole thing. That's not my child. Why should I invest my time?
Period.
But I'm saying, like, for me, because I wanted that, so I can understand from both. But I wanted that. That's not something I would. If I meet a
Nigga, you wanted your father. You could say that you wanted to stay. You wanted your real father in your fucking life. Niggas like, come on, man.
woman with children, that's not a deal breaker for me.
Right.
Because when I was in high school, I was dating a girl that was out of high school with kids.
Right.
So she had one child, a
was a
son.
sucker.
But I love kids though. So to me, it's not like I don't look at it like I'm wasting my time or Because I always hear people say, well, if I date a woman with children, one day her children is gonna denounce me and say, you're not my father.
Yeah.
But for me, I always look at it this way: it's a rite of passage.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day,
Yep.
if we're bickering and I'm trying to give you the right things to do, the right thing to say, the only way for you to hurt me or to make me feel little is by you to say, well, you're not my dad, you can't tell me what to do.
Just like you said, bro, it's not that it's a deal breaker, but me, just how I think if a man is going to be dating a single modern mother, that single modern woman is going to have to go above and beyond to show herself approved to that man. Because why would that man select you when he could go out there and
pick a
select
little.
a much younger woman
Yep.
that is childless? That's
Right.
not going to bring the chaos to him.
Right.
Because like I said earlier today, who is to say what time the father of your kids are on? You get where I'm coming
So
from?
you're looking
Right,
at
but
safety.
that's only one perspective that is a very important
Very
perspective, of course, but it's only one. So like even when you say me being I'm gonna take myself, me being someone I didn't grow up with my father.
Okay.
I would
Explains
I
a
would
lot.
hate if my mother had met men with that mindset that you just described, because the men that my mother, and it wasn't a lot of men or whatever, but like my stepfather came along when I was like in 4th grade. I thank God for him every day. You understand? Like my father wasn't present in my life. He stepped in and he did what no other man did all the way through till I was all the way in college. They didn't get divorced until years later. And that man saved my life in so many ways. He was so, and we did have fights. I mean, like teenagers, kids, you got kids, kids your kids say crazy stuff to you. So just imagine what they gonna.
Put an emphasis on your kids, not no motherfucking step kids. Your kids. She steady saying your. That's that nigga babies that he had, not nobody else seed. Fix that shit.
Gonna say to a stranger in the midst of being
It's,
upset.
it's like I said, dog. Like for me,
But sorry, not to cut you
No,
off.
no,
So I'm
go
just
ahead.
saying, thank God for him, because I tell him all the time, if I had, my father's out of prison now. If I get married, both of them have to walk me down the aisle because he really raised me.
Yeah.
So that thought process to me is just mind blowing and it's insane. The reason I don't want to date people with kids, I don't concern myself with what the kids may or may not say, because what you give a kid is what they're gonna give you back. And once they get to that age of teenage, we know teenagers, so that's not even something to take personal. I'm expecting you to say it, because if you don't say it, I think something ain't right. Because that's what kids are gonna say.
some kids won't say it.
Yeah.
But again, if you do say it, it's like, to me, it's like
It's a hit or miss.
It's like I'm gonna laugh at you, like yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I like. My advice on this, man, is not gonna, because I say I can't.
You're not a
I can't say you wrong. I can't say
not
you wrong. I
wrong.
can't say. All I'm saying is, for me, I'm black, bro. So I only know how to be black.
Right.
And all I'm saying is, a lot of us, we grew up fatherless.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's because we always talk about back in the days and stuff
So
like.
would that not be the ultimate reason for somebody who's childless to get with somebody who's childless and create their own family? See, we need to get out that fucking mindset, bro. Like, for one, motherfuckers should be getting married before they carry. And I preach like this and I say shit like this because I was a smart enough motherfucker to understand how important it was. I'm married to this day, and me and my wife, we been together for going on a decade. And when I locked in the right way. Engagement, 2 kids. Engagement, married, 2 kids. I did shit the right way. So that's why I preach for this. Our community need to get back to the point of women understanding that you shouldn't just be out here letting any nigga come up in you raw without protection, without, or even just having sex in general. You know what I'm saying? Without a nigga laying down saying like, hey, I plan on doing right by you. I plan on doing right by these kids. And that, honestly, it's on both. And I 1,000% agree that it's on both. But women got to step up and be like, hey, man, you ain't coming up in this cookie without me knowing that you serious about it. It needs to get back to that point. Instead of motherfuckers just out here having kids just random. Random niggas having kids. Oh, he got pretty hair. Let me fuck him and get pregnant by him real quick. Now he on child support. Now he ain't seeing the kids. Now she, you know what I'm saying, she a boss babe and independent and all this shit. Kids growing up fucked up because they ain't got no father figure in their life, so they can't, you know what I'm saying, be disciplined, because every child needs a father, because a father is going to instill the discipline that a person needs for the future when they become adults. That's important. Women, naturally, mothers gonna coddle their children, which is not wrong, because women are emotional and they love their kids. You expect that from a mother. But man, come on, bro. Like, you gotta do shit the right way. All this baby daddy and step, all that shit needs to stop, gang. It needs to stop.
Man, the difference with why back in the days was probably a lot better than today is because a man, when he meets a woman, he didn't care how many kids she had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he loved that woman, like that woman, you know,
Took her and her kids.
it was all in.
Yep.
But it's different time, different
But
mindset.
Can I piggyback off what you said?
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you rock.
Right, go ahead.
Now, so I can only go off my experience. Like I said, I always wanted a dad. Never had one, but now I get to play one.
Right.
So I get to be one. It's
Yeah,
the
I'm about
most
to say you get to
important.
be one.
Yeah, I get to be, and I
you said
love
it right.
being
You
a
get to
dad.
play one.
And to
you
me,
get to play one, nigga, because at the end of the day, that woman, when you a stepdaddy, and I had a stepfather, so that's why I can talk like this. I had a stepdaddy who was in my life from fucking 7 to 8 years old. Never whooped us. Yeah, he was I would say my mama was more the disciplinarian. She did all the ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? He talked and he told her. He didn't do no ass whooping. I never got a whooping from him my whole fucking life of him being in my life. And like I said, he raised me from fucking 2nd, 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? But stepdaddies don't get the respect that a real father gets, bro. Like, we need to get out that way of thinking that is the case, because that is not the fucking case, man. Them kids is not gonna look at that man with respect like they would look at their father with fucking respect. Come on, bro.
I don't look at a kid like that's mine or not mine. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like you a child and you're with me, you're my child. No matter what. So, and I know it's gonna come a time, right? You're gonna go, oh, you're not my father. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool.
No,
you're right. I'm not your dad. But I am your
No, I've been raising you. I'm taking care of you. I'm taking care of school, paying tuition, motherfucking getting you ready for college, buying you cars and all that shit when you're a stepfather. I'm not the disrespect is not tolerated. When I'm busting my motherfucking ass to provide for you, that's bullshit.
Your dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not your dad, but I am your dad, and I could take whatever comes along with
And
that.
as a kid that been there, I can tell you, we say that in that moment because we're upset, we're teenagers, we're young, our mind isn't fully formed. But I promise you, we come back and that apology is 10 freaking fold because we
Fuck all that.
understand.
Have
But
your
as a
own
kid, you
kids,
can't
bro.
expect kids to understand.
But also, let me say this. Let me piggyback off what you said, because you mentioned
You're talking about
that-
the time.
Yeah, the times.
Yeah.
See, you have to understand. In those times, women used to honor men.
He ain't lying.
You know, when
Facts.
a man came in and took over a family, that woman gave that man praise.
Yep.
You know, just honor, because in today's time that we're living in, being a stepfather is like basically being down. You know what I'm saying? Being down talked upon, right?
Yeah.
Because matter of fact, I see it all the time, where modern single mothers will be like, "Oh, a man have to bring A, B, and C and D to me." But this man that you created this family with didn't even have to pay didn't have to pay that premium price.
But who's
At
to
all.
say that?
No,
That's a fact,
it's
though.
going on. It's omnipresent. So why does this man, who is competitive, productive, has to come in and share his resources with you? For prime example, so if we do the Brady Bunch thing, right? If this woman have her kids, I have my kids, and we merge our family together, right? So every $100 that I spend within that household, 40% is going to go to your kids, 60% is going to go to my kids. So basically, I'm taking resources away
your
from my
kids.
biological kids to give it to your kids.
Period.
Who is to say if those kids are going to appreciate me for what I'm doing for them, for being present, for being a father figure to them,
They're not.
right? At least I know if I have my own kids, my own biological kids, as long as I'm showing up for them, I'm taking care of them, I'm mentally present for my kids, at least I know when I become an old man one day, my kids are going to take care of me. I don't
Yes.
have to worry about my kids telling me, "Oh, you ain't my daddy.
Yep.
Why do I have to listen to you?"
Yep.
And also, too, with bringing two families together, my kids may follow a certain set of rules, your kids may follow a certain set of rules. So my kids could be like, "Daddy, why they do such and such and such? Why can they do this?" And because you have a set of rules from your kids, they're gonna be like, "Damn, why can they do this and why can't I do that?"
You're saying the mindsets could be
Yeah,
different.
it can be completely
Yeah.
different. So that could confuse the kid.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
You get what I'm? You get what
I understand
No,
what you're
this
saying.
is not-
I get what you're saying with the
Stop saying you
mindset.
don't
No. What I'm
understand.
saying is that
You
no, no,
stupid.
no. Listen, this
This
is not.
is pure
This is not-
stupidity.
It's
But
logic.
what I'm
This bitch.
saying,
No, it's not. It's stupidity.
No.
It's basically taking every reason you can think of in the book for why it wouldn't work.
It
when
wouldn't.
you meet somebody and you're engaged with that person and you like that person, in the beginning, yes, it may be a conflict of how you parent, how I parent. It's gonna even if you didn't have kids, it's gonna happen. If I meet you and I start talking to you, how you live your life and how I live my life may be two completely different things. Over time, we mesh. Over time, you blend. That's pure stupidity. And guess what? If it comes to the point where
He
you
called her
guys can't
stupid not
agree
one
on
time.
things, it would never even get to the point that you even have to concern yourself with blended families. Because as women, mothers, I can't speak for all mothers, but I could say, I'm not gonna deal with no man that don't mesh or blend well with my kids.
We do not care.
And that doesn't mean I'm putting my kids before you. That just means as I analyze this situation that we're in, if it's not going to work, it wouldn't get to that point where we even have to go to that. But there is there are situations where you will blend just fine. That means that that's for you. I have a favorite phrase I like to use. I use it all the time when I'm referring to just myself. When I'm referring.
Honestly, I don't even understand why this broad got to take about this. But she already said that she wouldn't date no man with kids. So this shouldn't even be a discussion for her. You done already came out your mouth and said that you ain't fucking with no man who got kids while you have kids. So you not finna blend the family any fucking way. So why she arguing that for it right now, I have no clue.
To dating, and I say it all the time, people need to learn their lanes. When you know your lane, you're not confused. When you're dating people that are in your, I'm in the far left lane, probably about 90% of the time. And it's quite often that I get guys that are in the far right lane, you know, that slow lane, and somehow they made their way over to mine. And I don't understand how they got there or why they're there, but they're there. So I have to redirect them because I know just off a conversation, just off of one conversation could let me know. And I have to redirect you and say, hey, this just isn't your lane. I'm not sure how you got here, but I want to redirect you very respectfully. So I say that to say, again, it depends on you as a person. Because if you meet like-minded people, right, then the likelihood that it would be just so chaotic, what's the likelihood of that? What's the likelihood of it?
It's high.
You attract what you want, what you like. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that just as, like I said, I had my daughter when I was 19. If you want to be honest, I had my daughter when I was 18 because she was born 3 days before my 19th birthday. And so I've been doing this single parent thing since, I don't even know. I can't even tell you when it started. This is, here we are. But I've never dated a person that didn't get it.
That was your choice.
I've never dated a person that I had to fight with you about what you give your kids, what I'm giving. That's stupidity right there.
All right, all right.
No, before you.
Please,
What I was saying, I get was the last part of what he said.
About what?
You know what I'm saying? When the last part
I cut you
said.
off too. I'm sorry.
Boy, you cut me off
Personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
because you slashed me.
I had to get in there. Sorry.
No, what I was agreeing was the last part. What he said, he's like, yo, like, you're saying, well, how would I know that a child is gonna look out for me, right? That's not my child. And like I said again, I understand that part, but what I'm saying, I understand. I understand his concern, his personal concerns.
That is a crazy concern.
But those are his personal concerns.
I understand.
What I'm see?
Because my opinion,
you see what I'm saying?
understand.
That's what I was
Bro,
saying.
yeah, okay.
But like,
because my opinion shouldn't have dominion over anyone.
no,
else's.
but for me, what I'm saying is for me, dog. Like I said, I'm a big kid, bro.
Yeah.
I run around in my house. I play in the rain with my son, bro. I run around, and it's not just because of my son. I would that with any kid, bro. I just love to have fun and be a kid. I'm a big kid,
Right.
bro. I can't help it.
Right.
My wife get mad at me. You ain't like a child. I'm a child, bro. I like to have fun, and I think that spirit in me just makes me get along with. I just love all kids.
Right.
So I don't.
I love kids. I'm not saying I don't love kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but for me, my mindset is not like that's mine. That's not mine. I don't like. It's even with adults, bro. Kids even more. Whatever I got going on with my kids, if it's kids around me, we all involved. I don't. There's no distinguish. If I'm eating, you know how everybody
We all
eating.
eat, yeah.
But that's just how I am, bro. Like I'm very family orientated,
Yeah.
and I love people, and I love kids even more because they're innocent.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like, wow, and I protect them the way I wanted to be protected when I was.
I agree with him 1,000% on that. Children are innocent, but what he's talking about, I don't know the bald head guy name is, but what he's talking about is the fact that modern women don't give respect to the stepdaddies. Modern women don't give respect like that they would give authority over to the dad like that to the stepfather. It's what mama wants. Like when some shit hit the fan, most people, like I said, I had a stepfather growing up. Stepdad ain't finna come in and do the discipline. Mama gonna do the fucking discipline still. So it's just the respect ain't there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just again, that's my take. That's how I am.
But let me make a point, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking about what's going on in these recent times, right?
Word.
And let me make another point. No man that is productive and competitive want to be restricted, right? I'm gonna give you an example, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna use you as an example. You're married, you have your wife, and you have your kids, right? Supposedly you get off from work, you want to go home and you want to enjoy your wife, right? It's easy for you to come home, and if your kids are past their bedtime, it's easy for you to say, "Hey, son, and Janiyah and whatever it's your son, me and your mama, we got some things to take care of. It's time for you to go to your room."
Princess Naya, Princess Shy, and Papa.
Right. It's time for you to go to your room. Me and your mama got some things to handle. But if I'm a stepdad and I come home and I say something to those kids, if I say, hey, it's time for you guys to go to sleep, some woman, I'm not saying all, some women would take offense to it. They'd be like, well, why are you talking to my kids like that? You shouldn't tell them when they go to bed or not.
That's a fact.
It happens all the time.
Fact.
So that's
Where
the
are these
reason why
statistics coming from?
it's happening. We're living
That's
in
a fact,
2024. Come on now, let's
Well,
let's not play crazy like we don't know this is.
Well,
exactly.
I think remember when we had the conversation we had when we had the Dear Black Woman episode, and I was saying that I feel like a lot of times, not just black men but black women as well, they don't do their due diligence. And what I meant by that is if I meet a woman, she has children, and me and her we've become, because it's gonna take time for us to live together, and so I'm with this woman, we're dating, and eventually we get more serious, and I would hope that she would see the way I treat her kids with love and admiration, whatever, so that when we are living together, if I say, hey, it's time for everybody to go to sleep,
Right.
I would hope.
We can't go off hope. I hear him, but fuck that hope shit. If you, like he said, if you giving up all your resources and you stepping in to fill another nigga's role and raising his kids and being that father figure, there's no reason that you should ever be questioned about anything. You should just be dad because you have been dad. The lights on, the food in the refrigerator, the motherfucking plumbing is working because daddy out here grinding and hustling. He should never be questioned, stepdaddy or not. But stepdaddy will be questioned. That's all dude is trying to say, bro.
Message.
That's
I
all
hope
he's
she
trying
would
to
know
say.
it's coming from a good place. She's not going to intervene. Because as a man, she would understand, like, oh, we're going to go spend some time together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would hope.
Yeah.
Like I say,
You
for me,
hope.
like,
This nigga, that ain't
I like to
factual.
study. I like to do homework. I don't like to, I never like to dive into anything.
Yeah.
The one time I ever dove into anything, oof,
and for me to clear this up, bro, let me make this clear. And when I'm speaking, I'm not talking about single traditional mothers. I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about single traditional. I'm talking about single modern mothers.
But as a man,
in
as a
2024.
okay,
That's
but,
what I'm
but as a
speaking
person such as yourself who's very traditional,
on.
right? There's no way you're gonna fall into that kind of situation because you're traditional.
Right.
So that means the woman you're gonna be looking for is gonna fit that criteria,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So those examples shouldn't even exist because in your mind you're gonna do your homework.
Right,
That's what I'm
exactly,
saying. Like and I
But you're
understand.
saying them or speaking them as
Damn,
if this
V,
is something
why you
that
ain't let
would
me finish? I had a good point
to
going.
realize. Cause y'all, I've been letting y'all talk.
No, but I had a
Go
good.
ahead.
I was trying to go ahead. I was trying to make
She
drive
just
a
wanna
point
hear
home.
herself.
Go ahead,
No,
Rob.
no,
Go
I
ahead.
She
go
just
ahead,
wanna hear herself.
because you're a woman. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Because again, like I said, I'm listening as from a woman. So my responses to you are based upon what you're saying. So it's almost like counterproductive because you're saying one thing and then you're saying something else. So you're saying I'm not speaking for. Okay, so that's what makes it like a little bit difficult because when you say these are happening right now in these times, I need statistics. I need data.
No,
I
you
need
don't.
something to support that. And
She don't. At the end of the day, she know. I bet you money she grew up with motherfucker, and she probably like this herself with every nigga that come into her life. But I bet you money she done been around family members who check niggas for coming at their children, even if they was a stepdaddy. This girl is full of fucking cap.
And the reason I'm going to say that is because, again, when you say traditional, you're not talking about modern. It's so tricky going into that area,
No, it
right?
ain't. It's
I
fucking
consider myself
black
to
and
be
white.
a modern woman.
Okay.
However, I was raised on traditional values.
No, you wasn't.
So it depends on how you
If
would.
you was raised on traditional values, shorty, you wouldn't have had a fucking baby at 18.
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
You wouldn't have had a baby at 18 out of wedlock if you was raised on traditional values. Your ass would have got married before you carried.
and categorize, right? That's your choice, what you see, how you, and it so on and so forth for every other man. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, so to say that's what's going on right now, I have to disagree. And I'm disagreeing because I am a modern woman. And I have modern friends that are single mothers that
And
would
the same- and
completely
they just
wholeheartedly
like you.
disagree with what you're saying.
Okay.
I get your point, but let me ask you this, Vic. So you don't think that a man that is productive and competitive, taking on a pre-made family, so you telling me that's a good thing? How okay, let me ask you this. How are your kids are gonna be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that.
See,
I would never.
But that's
Because
the
you would
problem.
never
Triggered.
ask me how my kids would be an asset to
She
you.
triggered.
that's the thing.
That's insanity.
But see, I'm coming from a logical standpoint.
And she coming from the emotional.
You
I
have
don't
to ask
think
those questions.
any woman
And let me say one more
is
thing.
gonna let you say, how can your kids be an
That's a
no,
fact,
sweetie.
though.
No.
It's the truth.
No,
Yes.
it's not.
And
Because if we're
listen,
talking about we're
listen.
living in a world, no, because we're talking about living in a world where you're constantly putting the male on this pedestal and you're forgetting.
Mind you, this is the same woman who said she would not fuck with a man who has kids. She doing all this arguing for a man who said he wouldn't date a woman who got kids. But she the same motherfucker who argued at the point that she wouldn't fuck with no man who got kids. Bro, this shit is insane.
Getting that this is not the old days. So right now at this point there are a lot of men that sit on a pedestal, but baby their pedestal is way, way beneath that woman's. I'm not
And y'all's
done.
are too.
So when you say what can you bring to the table, I feel like that goes both ways these days. Traditionally, back in old days, women couldn't bring that much. We didn't have that much. We weren't able to accomplish as much. But we have come very, very far. And I'm gonna say that as a single mother myself, that a lot of men cannot even sit at the table with me if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat. I still push the seat open for them to sit down and show me what they can bring to the table for me.
the fuck up outta
Because
here,
I know intellectually, I know financially, I know on a 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. So when you make a statement like that, again, like I said, I'm a single mother. I'm a modern woman. I have so many friends across, not just in Florida, this is not
gives a
Miami.
fuck
I'm
about
talking
your
about
friends?
friends, period. And they're single mothers, but they bring a lot to the table. And for a man to ever ask me what my kids could do to benefit him, he would never even speak to me again.
All right, but let me ask you this question, Vic. So do you want a man to come in there and share his resources with your kids?
I have a question.
This bitch.
No.
I have to
answer
counter
the
it. I have
fucking
to
question.
counter it.
No, you
Just
don't.
answer it. I need a
He's
yes or
sharing
no.
it.
I
Do I
need a
want him
yes.
to come in and share his resources with my children?
Yes or no?
I'm trying to get clarity
Okay.
on a question.
If you're dating a man,
What is the resources that he's sharing with my children?
Money.
finances?
I don't need 'em.
Stop the cap.
Vic, that's cap. I don't care what you say, Vic. Listen, Vic, I don't care. If a man is dating a woman at some point in time, Vic, a woman
Let's
is
get
going
into
to
it.
want a man to share his finances in the household.
Yes.
So you telling me you're gonna sleep, you're gonna lay up there, you're gonna date a man, you're gonna sleep with that man, and you ain't gonna ask that man to contribute
you?
his finances?
Come on, bro.
So
with your kids?
here's the kicker.
I find that to be hard to understand.
the
That is
kicker.
cap. I'm
That's
sorry.
cap for
Here's
sure.
the
That's
kicker.
cap.
Here's the kicker, and we're gonna clear it up.
Go ahead.
I never said I would expect a man to come in and share his not share his finances. I never said that.
That's his
I
resources.
okay, if that's all the resources he has, that's problem number one. We're gonna start. No, that's definitely problem
That's his
number one.
This whole crazy.
That's not
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chip.
not enough for me.
How
So
that
again,
happen?
it's not because I have my own money. So when you start talking about modern women and you're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a
That
year,
means nothing,
you're not going
shorty.
to tell me that a man can step.
That means nothing. You still gonna want a nigga to come in and share all of his fucking resources with your 100,000. As the saying goes, they saying, because I don't believe this shit, but his money is her money and her money is her money. Most women ain't finna try to share their resources with their man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you share all your resources, pay all these bills, and I'm gonna stack my bread up over here. This girl here, bro, like, woo!
Through that door and tell me what can your kids do for me. No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly without your finances.
Okay,
so
Vic,
so the expectation would be if you're stepping through this door,
This whole cap.
why would you step through my door and you're not
All right,
able to
Vic,
provide any
okay,
resources?
Vic, okay, Vic, listen, I don't care if you make 6 figures. You know why? Because at the end of the day, your 6 figures is for you. You would never share it with me.
Message.
At the end of the
Why
day,
would you think
listen,
that?
That's
but
a
Vic,
fact.
Listen, at the end of the day, whether you make 6 figures or not, you will still want a man to come through there to take over the finances, to take that burden off your shoulders.
Period.
Don't give it to Vic.
Period.
Every woman wants that.
Period.
So when I hear women say that they're not looking for a man to share their resources, that is cap. And also, let me finish making another point.
No, you
This
can't.
is another risk. Listen, Ralph,
She's
let me
salty.
make this one final
Sorry
point.
ass.
This is another risk of a man that is competitive and productive, that's getting to a situation where he's dealing with a pre-made family. Who is to say if I was to marry you and you divorced me, you would go to the courthouse and put me on child support for the next 18 years for kids that don't even belong to
That's
me.
a fact.
And matter of fact, even if I'm not married to you if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, depending on what the state, you can still go and put me on child support
That's a
for
fact.
18 years for kids that are not mine.
That's a fact.
So to close it off, a man, a productive man that's dating a single modern baby mom in this generation, that's a lose-lose situation.
Facts.
And I'm gonna end it like that.
Facts.
I'm just,
Facts.
I don't have much,
Facts.
to add. The only thing I can say is I hate that has been your experience. I hate that those are the.
Bro, that's most dudes' experience in this day and age. Man, I'm done, bro. I'm done. All right, gang. I'm so fucking done, bro. Gonna be right. This girl is full of fucking cap. Now she started off the whole fucking conversation with saying that she would never date a man who got children because she don't want to do with the drama. But you expecting a man to sign up and be with you when you come with fucking drama, regardless on if you feel like your baby daddy gonna be drama or not. A man is still having to step in, not only provide resources for you and your kids, but also take on the responsibility of being a father who's in the household with them on a consistent basis. Step in and be a father figure to them, raise them, leave their resources to them, to you and your children when he leave this motherfucker. So what man with common sense will want to do that for his own children instead of do that for somebody else's kids? This shit shouldn't even really be a fucking argument. This should just be 1 + 1 = 2. But she making this shit because she's a single mother. Oh, you ain't a real man if you don't, bro. This shit here, bro. Like, gang, tell me what y'all think about this video in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think about the whole conversation about dating as a single parent. Are you a single parent? Have you ever been a stepfather? How do you feel about signing up to be a stepdaddy to some kids, man? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, gang. I'm on the road. I'm trying to be more consistent on this YouTube thing. I'm getting better at it, and I'm gonna keep grinding and just keep growing. I hope y'all rocking with me because I'm rocking with y'all. I just couldn't do it no more, gang. I couldn't do it no more. I had to tap out. Like, she was starting to fucking irritate the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie, because she sounded fucking ridiculous from the first beginning of the conversation. But appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Change Tomorrow Today podcast, man. Shout out to y'all for the content. It's your boy Cocaine. Peace.
Here. Got your motherfucking man. Come here.